Welcome to JSS 2 Christian Religious Studies. Today we study Christian social responsibility, the obligation of Christians to serve society and address human suffering. Christian social responsibility flows from two convictions. First, that all human beings are created in God's image, the imago Dei, and therefore have inherent dignity. And second, that love for God must be expressed through love for our neighbor. Jesus established the priority of social responsibility in his mission statement recorded in Luke 4 verses 18 to 19. Reading from the scroll of Isaiah in the synagogue at Nazareth, he proclaimed, "The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." Matthew 25 verses 31 to 46, the parable of the sheep and the goats, gives the most direct statement on social responsibility. Jesus says that at the final judgment he will separate people as a shepherd separates sheep from goats. To the righteous he will say, "For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat, I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink, I was a stranger and you invited me in, I needed clothes and you clothed me, I was sick and you looked after me, I was in prison and you came to visit me." When the righteous ask when they did these things, Jesus answers, "Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." Areas of Christian social responsibility. Caring for the poor and hungry, Proverbs 19 verse 17, "Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord." Nigeria has some of the highest poverty rates in the world. Millions lack basic food, clean water, and shelter. Churches run food banks, feeding programs, and community kitchens. Caring for orphans and widows, James 1 verse 27, "Religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress." Nigerian churches run orphanages, provide school fees for orphans, and support widow programs. Healthcare, Jesus healed the sick extensively. Churches have historically been the largest providers of healthcare in Nigeria. Hospitals and clinics founded by missionaries remain critical today. ECWA Hospital, Jos, St. Luke's Hospital, Anoa, Catholic Mission Hospital, Oswokoli are examples. Education, train up a child in the way he should go, when he is old he will not depart from it, Proverbs 22 verse 6. Mission schools educated most of Nigeria's early elite. Churches continue to run primary and secondary schools. Peacemaking, blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God, Matthew 5 verse 9. The Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, has played roles in mediating religious conflicts. The Interfaith Mediation Center in Kaduna, founded by Reverend James Wuye and Imam Muhammad Ashofa, a former Christian militant and a former Muslim militant, is an internationally recognized model of faith-based peacemaking. Anti-corruption witness, Christians are called to be salt and light, Matthew 5 verses 13 to 14. Corruption is a pervasive problem in Nigeria. Christian citizens must be examples of integrity in public and private life. Environmental stewardship, Christian responsibility extends to creation. Caring for the environment, opposing oil pollution in the Niger Delta, supporting clean energy, reducing plastic waste, is an expression of stewardship. The distinction between individual charity and structural change is important. Individual giving relieves immediate suffering. But social responsibility also calls Christians to address the systems and structures that cause poverty, injustice, and suffering, to do justice, as Micah 6 verse 8 commands. What does the Lord require of you? To act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God. Remember, Christian social responsibility is rooted in imago Dei and love of neighbor. Luke 4 verses 18 to 19, Jesus' mission, good news to poor, freedom to prisoners. Matthew 25 verses 31 to 46, serving, the least of these, is serving Christ. Key areas, poverty, orphans/widows, health, education, peacemaking, anti-corruption, environment. Micah 6 verse 8 is the summary. Thank you for learning with us today.